This is Demarte Pena. I'm a brown belt. I've been doing jiu-jitsu now since 2006. But I haven't been doing a gi. I think I started gi in 2013. I'm a brown belt now. I train under UMF now with Neil Geyser. I think the importance of jiu-jitsu as a whole, especially when I started fighting, I did a little bit of kung fu and a bit of Muay Thai, but I had no idea what jiu-jitsu was. And I think how effective it is in terms of being a mixed martial artist, knowing how to fight on the ground. I think naturally just you have to do jiu-jitsu if you want to do MMA, so that's why I've just done it for so long. To be honest, not necessarily, but I do feel that as a mixed martial art professional, you need to do gi, especially in terms of grip, and then how also your movement is restricted in so many ways to get finished in a gi. So I feel that I just do gi just because it's so much harder, I feel. Not necessarily that I want to be like finishing guys with collar chokes and the sorts, but I just do it because it honestly improves my grip, makes me more aware of certain ways to get finished. And then when you do take off the gi, it's a lot easier, I feel. Doing no gi is much easier than doing gi. I feel so. I think some guys, when they do compete against, they feel like, oh my God, I'm competing against this guy. You feel it because when you fight guys from overseas, they don't really give a shit about who you are, you know? So I think you do have a little bit of an advantage. It's good and bad, but sometimes guys also want to prove a point, like, okay, I want to submit this guy because they feel like he's somebody, you know? So I feel like it's always given me an advantage competing against guys that have seen me compete, know me. So, but I mean, jiu-jitsu, you know, it's a different martial art in itself. It's not mixed martial arts. So I'm excited for the challenge. I mean, obviously for me as well, it's a way to prove my skill, you know. Most guys are very good on the gym, not just jiu-jitsu, striking and the sorts, but what happens when you step in there in a real scenario where now you can't hit somebody, it's not about points or whatever, it's strictly jiu-jitsu, submitting somebody. So I'm very excited, you know. I know my jiu-jitsu is good. I know where my flaws lie when it comes to my jiu-jitsu game. And then it's good to be there and be exposed if that's the case, or show that you are able to do what you're able to do. So I'm excited. Absolutely. I feel that, you know, as mixed martial, we don't fight enough, and for my case, I haven't fought in so long prior to my last fight. I feel that I need to compete as often as possible. I asked even the Aries guys to give me more times to compete, but obviously my last fight was pulled out. I'm very disappointed. I want to compete at least twice in grappling, and then more often, maybe 3-4 times in the fight. And you know, I probably have 5 more years in this career, so I want to make sure that I'm active. And then when I don't compete, I feel like I eat way too many sweets. I think that's why, like, for now, I have 2 weeks of out training, then it's the comp week. So I feel that I'm going to be more disciplined in the next 2 weeks. You know, obviously, I don't want to get there and then be embarrassed. So that's why I'm going to give it my all. I think if we look back originally, let's say in Brazil, if you look at how the gyms were, guys would come in the gym and challenge the trainer. Say, you know what, you have to submit me for me to join you. And then other trainers will go to other gyms, say, you know what, we feel we are better than you. I feel that I think in South Africa still, more trainers are going and competing and exposing themselves in that sense. But I feel like that's the only way growth will happen in the sport, especially like jiu-jitsu, where if you're coaching somebody, you need to go out there and also show that whatever you're doing works, and then you're also winning. You know, I think that's the most important thing. We shouldn't have coaches that are scared to go compete, which you've known MMA how it is. You know, coaches are scared to compete because they don't want to be exposed. So I'm going to go in there. I know I can grapple. I know I can really do well. and then I'm gonna show what I'm capable of, you know. If I do fail, and then I understand, okay, this is where I need to work, you know. But I'm not gonna be scared to go out there and lose. It is part of the sport. Definitely gonna be relentless. I'm very hard to submit. I think my submission game, offensive game, lacks a little bit. I think, if I'm honest with myself, but I'm very difficult to submit. And then my wrestling is probably gonna be better than most guys there. My intensity, I feel that I think if I play a very aggressive game, I can finish guys there. But I'm aware of what I'm not good at. So I won't expose myself so much. But I know I'm a very hard guy to submit. I've been grappling very, very long time. And I feel that I think if I implement my game really well, I can come out with that 10 Gs there.